So welcome back to the channel. I know it's been a while, but I'm sure you want to know what happened to my broken axle. As you can tell, it's fixed. And it took a while. It took about, I want to say, about 2 weeks and a half, 3 weeks to have it fixed. So in case that happens to you, I would just call the company that you got your bicycle from and tell them about it. Because the thing is that I wanted to buy a new one from a third party, but I wanted to keep it as close as to what I had. And the only way to do that is to get spare parts from the bike company that I got my e-bike from. So I did contact them right away. I think I contacted them the day it happened. And they didn't sound surprised, so they just said it's gonna be like $20 to send me the part. So I agreed to pay the $20, which in retrospect I think it was a little bit too much. But anyway, I'm out of warranty. So when you're out of warranty, unfortunately, you end up paying for everything out of pocket, even if it's not your fault. So how I noticed that my bicycle, there was something wrong with my bicycle. The day that I took it to work, I was riding it, and all of a sudden, I noticed that let's get through this one. So I noticed that my bicycle was not, like on the screen, the odometer was not reading the speed. That's the first thing that I noticed, that it said 0. You know how here it says 22 on it? Well, mine said 0. And it was interesting because I thought I actually lost the magnet that they used to read the speed on the back wheel. Or worst case scenario is that my spoke that's holding that magnet probably like snapped, broke. Because when a spoke breaks, it usually moves around. So I thought that that's what happened, and that's what I thought went on. So I was like thinking I might have to buy another one. So that's the initial thing that I noticed as I was riding, that my odometer was reading 0 when I was riding the bike. So I really didn't think much of it other than I'm gonna have to replace a spoke or replace a magnet. But then as I was riding, maybe like, I don't know, a mile and a half in, I started pedaling and it became really hard to pedal. And it became very hard to pedal. So I thought that my motor, there was something wrong with my motor, because when my motor gave out on the other bike, on the FLX bike, the thing is that the motor started making noises. This one, the motor didn't make a noise. I just couldn't pedal it forward. It was scraping something. So I thought that the gears were messed up inside the motor. So I was pretty scared at that point, because I thought now that getting a magnet is not as bad as getting a motor. So we're talking about like $500 to $700 replacement if your motor actually breaks, plus the installation. So I was already bummed about it. So when a motor messes up, you can't really ride your bike. Either makes a lot of noise, or you can't just rotate the cranks anymore. It's like it's stuck. Luckily, when mine messed up, I could still go forward even though I was making a lot of noise. But I couldn't go backwards. Like if I tried to roll the bike backwards, it wouldn't roll, it would get stuck. So in a way, I kind of lucked out when that happened to me. Or else I would have had to walk the bike backwards. So to make sure that I could roll it back home, since I was only a mile and a half in, I wanted to see how it would roll, so I leaned it on the kickstand and I try like hand pedaling the thing to see if I could actually move it forward. And to my surprise, it actually went. So because it was moving, I actually tried the throttle and it worked. So I thought something else must have happened. Maybe the brake, or I don't know, I wasn't sure, maybe the derailleur or something. So I started checking the back wheel and I couldn't see anything from the brake or the derailleur. So I kind of like shook the back tire a little bit, and it was loose. It was like really loose. So I thought to myself, maybe it was my fault and I didn't like tighten the screw. So that came off and I was like, oh man. Well, I didn't know what to do because I've never had that happen to me before. have never ever had that happen to me before, ever. And I had cheap bikes. I had like Walmart bikes, and I never had a bike that had a broken axle. And when I was a teen, I used to like jump the curve and do all kinds of weird things with it. But as an adult with my e-bike, very expensive e-bike, I tend to like baby them because I have to use them every day. And yeah. So to make a very short story long, I had to walk home like a mile and a half. Not only that, but I actually missed work on that day. It's not good. But yeah. I mean, I'm glad that it happened like a mile and a half away from home. Imagine I had to walk back. So I'm glad it happened a mile and a half away, and then I have to walk like 3 miles back home. So that's basically what happened. So when they sent me the part, I took it to my local bike shop. I mean, I could have done it, like replaced the whole thing myself, but I don't have some of the tools to do it, and I don't have the upper body strength to do it. Like my upper body strength is that of a 10-year-old. So I'll let someone with a little bit more experience deal with it. And it wasn't expensive. I think they charged me like no more than $40. It was less than $40. I can't think of the price, but it was around that, or even a little bit less. But they sent me the entire thing, though. They sent me the hub with all the parts attached to it. I did ask the guy to see if he could replace the entire thing, but he said it would be more expensive to relace the wheel. The thing to do is to try to see if the company will either sell you a part if you're out of warranty, or if you still have warranty, just tell them what happened and send all the pictures and video, whatever they ask for. So if you have a bicycle that has a freewheel on it, and it's not one of those, or it's not one of those quick release wheels, you have to actually tighten it up with a bolt. Try not to hit the curb too much, or try not to hit the potholes too hard, because I think that's probably what happened, because I really don't jump off anything. I really try to not, like see right here, I actually slow down when I have to go to So I actually slow down when I have to go over a bump and stuff like that. Yeah, this one is really, really low. quality, low end. And I guess that's how they cut costs. So there you go. If you have a problem with your axle and the brakes, try to see if the company will send you a new one. If not, take it to your bike shop and see if they could help you. I mean, my bike shop did mine. My bike shop worked on mine because if you just take off the wheel, it's like any other bicycle wheel. It doesn't have a motor attached to it, and that's the beauty of the mid-drives. The ones with a hub motor, you can't really take it to your local bike shop and tell them, hey, can you help me? Most likely they won't, or they might not have all the tools to work on it. So I hope you found this video interesting. I hope that you like the new format. I'm experimenting right now with video format. And as always, I'll see you on the next one.